Hello everybody and welcome to Circuit of the Americas for the Enterprise Grand Prix. We are ready to take on America's most well-known road course, Kodo, where for the first time ever in Carvana history we will be using the shorter layout. Yes, you see it right over there. That is a new paved layout on this racetrack. I'll make it racing so different. So yeah, very interesting on that. We're so glad to have you guys on board for tonight's race. Here's a race info for you guys. It's a 24 lap race. Chases are broken up into 8 laps apiece, 57.6 miles. Fuel is about 10 to 13 laps, and then the pit speed will be about 66 miles per hour. And track info for you guys. It's a 2.4 mile road course, 17 turns. The width is about 42 to 52 feet. Capacity is about 120,000 to 150,000 people. 130 feet of elevation change. Reconfigured back in 2024 on November. And also host series like Formula 1, NASCAR, and MotoGP. Now we take a look at the driver points coming into tonight's race. Slide has overtaken the points from the number 53 of Brian Jr., who still remains in second. Mavic right now in third, just 10 below Slide. The points battle is really tight between the 81, the 53, and the 80. You see the drivers right there on your screen. Some of them, have not had that great of a season so far. The manufacturer points coming in tonight's race. Chevrolet leading the standings, 221 points over Toyota, and then Ford also right now in third. Honda still has a decent amount of points coming in tonight's race. However, they gained a few points after Dover. So yeah, very interesting on how this will shape up. The team points coming in tonight's race. Tri King Racing leading the standings with 53 points, more than see the rest of the screen there. Sorry about that, folks. It's just a bit more blurry on my screen right now. But yeah, standings, team points really tight as a matter of fact. And here's some very interesting news coming into tonight's race. On the week of September 6th, CCS and FSS will both be heading to Naval Base Coronado for a very special race. Very interesting on that. However, there's a possibility that ZDD does not go, actually. So, yeah, I mean, possible for ZDD to not hit this track, unfortunately. So very interesting to see, how this will turn out. Tonight's race will be a big key factor, especially if ZDD will host the first ever race in Carvana at Naval Base Coronado. But thank you all so much for joining me here on this beautiful Thursday night. We do apologize for all the delay that has happened, but yeah, we are ready to get the show on the road here at the Circuit of the Americas. New configuration. I'm your host, IBCS. I'll probably be joined by a few other people. And yeah, it's time to get to our predictions to win. And I mean, there's still like so many drivers you have to look out for. But you know what? The driver I have got to pick here today has to be the number 53 of Brian Jr. I mean, we talk about how insane that 53 car has had. BCH right now starting on the pole, but I think the driver of the number 53 gets it done here at Circuit of the Americas. So watch out for Brian Jr., who is right now hungry for his second victory of this season. Very interesting on that right now. But now it's time for the final segment of this pre-race right now, and that'll be Sheem of the Week. I mean, there's so many great Sheems in tonight's race. Very interesting on how this is going to turn out. But man, oh man, we take a look at all these beautiful Sheems right about here. Sheem of the race. It'll be very tight, as we take a look at all these Sheems right about here. I mean, it's just so complicated to pick even one Sheem as a whole. So who do I think's gonna get it? Let's see. And you know what? I'm gonna go with the driver of the number 67 WOD right over here. I mean, this team just looks really good from my standpoint, as a matter of fact. And I think he wins team in a race. So give me WOD to get it done here for team in a race in ZDD. Well, does that round out our very quick pre-race show. We are getting ready to get the cars rolling off here. But we're going to take a little bit, a very quick commercial break. And then when we return, it'll be go time here from Circuit of the Americas. It's going to be a fun race for sure.
Man, I can't wait to open the stuff I got from the store. It's so cool. Wear my seatbelt? No way. Ah!
Kyle Busch, welcome to Menards. What can I help you with today?
Well, I've got my shopping list right here. I need some green treated lumber. I need a brown Mastercraft door. I need red Clearview cabinets and some blue Dutch Boy paint.
Those are M&Ms.
And
at Menards, we carry the world's best selection of home improvement products to help you complete your next project.
you've got more of these, right?
It's all gonna fit in your car?
I got a trunk.
Save big money at Menards.
I think it's time to change the speedway package in general, like the entire rules package, like start from ground zero, you know?
Whoa, whoa, guys, whoa, whoa, oh, no, oh, my gosh. I have never seen anything like that in my life.
Welcome back, everybody, to ZDD. Unfortunately, the race is right now being put under pause as the host right now is a bit late, but we're gonna interview the pole sitter right now. That is bad content. BCH, you got a copy, man? I mean, you won last week at Dover in shocking fashion. So really, I mean, with all the chaos of this racetrack, tell me how you think you're gonna be able to get it done.
Well, I mean, we put it on pole by 0.3 of a second. I think I'm feeling pretty confident. Brian Jr. behind me, he's pretty quick. He's gonna be somebody to challenge with me here. But honestly, I don't know. I think it just all depends on turn one. Turn one's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be wild. They're all the way you take it in qualifying is gonna be so much different than you're gonna take it lap one.
Yes, indeed. So really, I mean, you know, you have 24 laps on the line, but restarts, you said it, they're going to be chaotic, especially turn number one, which we're going to show it right about here, that giant uphill you see on the track. So really, I mean, you know, do you think that if you defend against the rest of the field in turn number one, do you think that's going to be big for you, especially when you try to get a huge lead? Oh, we ain't serious.
The shotgun. So
Oh, do you believe me?
Could
Who
you guys
is?
hear me? Jeez, what happened?
I
Can hear you now.
Alright, back-to-back content. So really, I mean, with how chaotic turn 1 is, do you think, you know, if you're able to nail it, you know, do you think it's possible that you would, you know, be able to extend your lead and possibly get the race win?
Well, I mean, as long as we don't get nailed in turn 1, pause. But if we don't get drilled from all the cars back behind me, I think we should be pretty fine and be able to go on and win the race, as long as we don't make mistakes.
Alright, well, thank you, Bad Content, for that interview. Good luck to you as see all the cars lined up on the grid. We'll be rolling off, but we'll take another quick commercial break, and when we return, it'll be go time here from Circuit of the Americas.
Racetrack to road. Mobil 1 Motor Oils make whatever you drive more beautifully.
And welcome back, everybody, to ZDD Circuit of the Americas. Right now, what in the hell is that TV cam? We did not test out the TV cams, so if they look a bit bad, I do apologize for that. But yeah, we're finally rolling off here at Coda. Gonna see if, you know, how this turns out. It's gonna be a great race here today in at Circuit of the Americas. Ready to see how this is going to turn out. Jeez, I mean, I did not expect that giant board there, but here we go. Oh my word, Walla. Oh, bro. Jeez, I think he redid the entire, like, I think he did, like, all the TV cams as a whole. See the cars right now rolling into the pits this time. Very interesting on how they will be able to do so. It's going to be a very chaotic race. You know, how everything's possibly going to turn out. You see the field right now into their pit stop. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Jeez, this is bad. But, yeah. So far, could be in for a very interesting race here today as Brian Jr. pulls off a pit road. Everyone else doing the same as well. So yeah, very interesting thing on that. Well guys, something I do want to note regarding the broadcast here tonight is that we will be having a speed button. Oh, sorry about that. There it is. Now it is showing. This will show how fast the cars are going through the corners. So, yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, you know, how this will turn out. Especially with how chaotic this track is as a whole. See that content. Ready to get the field to choose. They'll be choose this time to the choose tone. Actually, I think it might be later on, but yeah, very interesting on that. We are ready to get the show on the road here in Circuit of the Americas. It's going to be a brilliant race here today. DDD going to give us a bit of a sneak peek on what we can possibly expect for this race weekend. And yeah, it'll be very interesting on how this is going to turn out. Speed button. Right there you see. Gonna show you guys how each driver is going to break through the corners. For this first lap alone, unless bad contact wrecks, we will be staying towards them. What in the world? There's like a giant sign. Wait, this is called a core. That does nothing. Never mind. Never mind. That does absolutely nothing. Okay. So, we're ready to get the show started. The field out of turn number 20. 2 by 2. They come to the start zone. Bad contact. Gonna choose one to go between the ORC restart zone and the start finish line. When is he going to go? He's gonna try to go down late. And to the start finish line. The 26 is out to the races that we're underway in Coda. Fanning out turn number 1. Here comes the 53, diving it down to the inside of the 26. And it's Brian Jr. out to the poison field. Fans out right behind him. Down into turn number 2. Contact made between Salt and another car in the back. But so far, the field gets single filed out. And it's bad content chasing down the 53 as they head to the S's. Towards the newly paved section right about here. It's Brian Jr. still out on point with bad content. Trailer right behind him. They head out of 6B and coming towards this tight corner. Contact made in the back, but it's still bad content. Hunting down the 53, and there's contact made between SJ and another car. That's the number 35 of Cloak, but everyone able to make it through cleanly as it's still Brian Jr. out to the point. The battle for second heating up between the 26 and the 35. Cloak gonna try to send it in, but it's not likely going to be enough for that 35 car. BCH right now catching up to the driver of the number 53. Way out this corner and heading towards turn number 19. The 26 gonna throw to catch it, stay at the 53 as Brian Jr. slides to the track. Here comes BCH trying to surge on the inside. Later, turn number 20. The 53 gonna slide to the track. Almost into the sand he goes, but he's able to make it stick. And out of turn number 20, Cloak gonna be side by side with the 81, but it's gonna be Brian Jr. to lead lap number 1.
Yo, obviously, yes, I'm here. You need help?
Yep. Take it away,
Okay.
Dylan.
Yeah, right now, Cloak and SJ were side by side off that final corner. SJ was able to get the spot on him as this top 4. It pulled a bit away from these guys behind. It's in BCH, Brian Jr., SJ, and Cloak to get out front. But right now, it looks like BCH is closing in on Brian Jr. Cloak hard into the barrier in the back.
Oh yeah, that's a big moment for the 35. He's gonna lose a lot of ground to the rest of the pack. He has dropped so many positions right now. But here comes BCH sliding up in front of the number 53. What in the world is that camera? But they're going to be side by side for Liz. They headed into this right-hander coming into this corner. The 26 going to lock it up. And here comes SJ surging on the inside and taking the position away from the 26.
Yeah, BCH just 2 corners goes looking for the lead. Now he's falling back to 3rd place, but SJ once again goes wide. So BCH is able to take that spot back, just allowing Brian Jr. to get a gap on these 2 behind him. But now it looks like pulling into the battle right behind SJ is in that number 15 car of, I'm not sure, but...
Salt and Pepper in the 15.
Yeah, Salt and Pepper. I wasn't sure if that was his actual name, but yeah, he's also pulled in this battle now after Cloak is wrecked out of it.
Right now, the 15 closing on the 81 as he peeks up to the outside, now dives it down into turn number 19 off the track of the 81, and here comes the 15 surging on the inside, side by side for thirds. They come out of front straightaway.
Yeah, SJ let the door get open for Salt and Pepper, and he took the spot right away from him. He's in the P3 now as Brian Jr. still able to pull away from BCH, who started on the pole, but after that move in turn 1, Brian Jr. has not looked back. He's gone a 2.5 second gap as they still battle for third. It's SJ back down to the bottom.
Huge surge at 81, and here comes Jackal to the inside of the 81 and takes the position away from the 15 and SJ. Jackal with a 2-for-1 deal in turn 1, and he's up to 3rd, chasing down the 26.
Yeah, Jackal with a great turn 1 was able to get a 2-for-1 on SJ and Salt and Pepper, but SJ's not done with them. He's looking back now, trying to get back into P3. He gets forced. Oh, they're both in the barrier.
That's a big check up there, but they're able to get it back going. SJ right now trying to muster up a run on the 87, but look at this. The 67 of Watt is closing in on the number 15 as they enter towards this corner. Cloak gonna dive it down to the rear bumper of the 67. Up the track they go, and they'll be side by side as they head into this corner.
Yeah, Cloak and the 67 going at it. Cloak, remember, wrecked on like lap number 2, and he's been trying to make his way back to the field now. He's side by side still with the 67. And it looks like Cloak is going to finally be able to get ahead, but not with the 67 giving him a bump back. He sends him way wide, and the 67 goes right back by him.
Wad with a big move on the 35 as they head towards this part of the track. Big moment there, and it's still the 67 in front of the 35 as they head into turn 19.
Oh, BCH went around.
Whoa! Jeez, what is that camera? Oh my god, we just missed it.
Yeah, BCH went around ahead of these guys from P number 2 on the track. That's just going to give Brian Jr. an even bigger lead now. Is BCH going to have to tremble back? Is they're wrecking behind Ryan Lagden going around?
Oh, that's 2 cars spinning around. A huge hit for JKN Langdon. And that's the caution. Caution is out. As big, there were big contact there between a 40 and a 57. In a turn number 20, they're going to lose a lot of ground to this pack. But yeah, that's going to be huge for the 57. As a matter of fact, you do remember, folks, I mean, he is not really happy with BCH. There was some confine between him and that 26 car. You know, a few races ago, I think it was Indianapolis, where I think he got mad at him pretty much for, you know, stuff. I mean, I probably would be mad, if I'm going to be honest, for, like, missing a race. But, yeah, that's big, as Brian Jr. right now is a race leader. BCH has fallen back to 5th since the restart. We are on lap number 4 of this race, and this has been so chaotic as a matter of fact. I mean, yeah, Dylan, you know, what have you seen?
Yeah, honestly, you think guys have gone into the rhythm. The only one who stayed in the rhythm so far is Brian Jr. He took the lead. He was able to keep it. Everyone else behind him is in scrambling positions after the restart. You know, BCH, he was in P2 for a bit. He wrecked out. Cloak, he was up there. Then he hit the tire barrier. SJ, he's been fighting, but he's also been scrambling positions with Salt and Pepper and other cars. Yeah, I mean, right now, it just looks like it's a fight to see who can be the most consistent. And right now, Brian Jr. is doing the best at it.
Yeah, Sam, are you right now in the game?
I am not.
Oh, damn. Well, it'll be a while till we get our pit reporter on the game, but yeah, Brian Jr. leading the field on a pit road for their first caution pit stops of the race. While we wait for Sam to get on the game, Dylan, take us away.
Yeah, it looks like everyone having a very tight entry to pit road, so you got to make sure you give room to other people. Looks like everyone's going to make it in cleanly. Brian Jr. leads on a pit road. It's pretty spread out overall throughout these guys. You got to find your pit stall, get in, make it in safely. Looks like everyone's going to be able to do that perfectly fine. I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe people will take 25, 50. It's going to be interesting to see the splitting strategies as BCH misses his pit stall. So that's a very unfortunate turn of events. But it looks like everyone else is perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure everyone took full, filled it up. No, actually, someone didn't take full. It's the 40 car of JK. He didn't take full, so he gains a bit of spots. But yeah, BCH for the disastrous pit road pretty much, just missing his stall, and he's going to lose all his spots.
Right now, very interesting on that, but look who is out to the point. It's a number 12 car. Right now, who is that? That's Kevin, I think. In the 12, if I'm correct, I did not study the roster yet. Yes, that is Kevin. In the 12 car. So yeah, it'll be green this time so far. I mean, Dylan, it's not been a great start for the driver at 26, but with how chaotic this race has currently been, you know, do you think there's gonna be like some caution, some chaos that could possibly get BCH back up to the front?
Yeah, you know, it got pretty spread out, but I mean, with how many people have made mistakes, you know, just a simple mistake can cause a big stack up. You can hit into someone else, bring out the caution. So we'll have to see as the race goes on. I mean, the caution came out in the final corner, which is not a place I expected it to happen. Just had a car go around and another plowed into him, and that brought out the yellow. So, I mean, we'll see. The mistakes or what are going to bring out the caution, and keeping it consistent is what is going to gain you spots. So, you know, people are just going to have to try to keep it clean if they don't want to get involved in wrecks and not bring out a caution. But, I mean, yeah, if it stays like this, we should see a couple more yellows if they can't tidy it up.
be riding with the number 12 car right now. You will see, you know, where he'll be braking, where he'll be on the throttle, and which corners, you know, throughout this first lap of the restart, unless there is a caution or unless he is caught in a mess, to show you guys, you know, how chaotic, how much you have to brake in these corners. But yeah, it'll be chaotic to see as we're ready to come back to the green flag. Kevin, making his first start this season, leads the field to the ORC restart zone. Leader chooses when to go between the restart zone and the start finish line. He's going to get a late launch like BCH did on the start of the race. He's going to go all the way to the start finish line, and we're back on the way here on lap 6.
Yeah, him going very late causes a bunch of stack-ups as we are 3 wide behind a couple of leaders. Big sending, everyone real slow in turn 1. The 67 lost a lot of spots. They're all going wide. Ryan Jr. is able to hold off to the lead, but there's battling behind him. As the 40 gets sent off, he's into the sand. Can he keep it going? He does, but very chaotic on this restart.
Look at this. Contact around goes the 12. Cloak involved in it as well through the S's, but they're able to get it back going. So no caution. We will stay green as for the race lead. SK trying to balance it at 53. The caution comes out. Restart wreck here on lap number 6, and that is big for the 26 car because he's made up so much ground on that restart. So Dylan, I think you might have called it there with how chaotic these restarts have been.
Yeah, I mean, just a bunch of stacking up. You know, bad exits off of turn 1 caused a big stack up. The 40 got sent wide, and then Kevin just, I mean, I looked like he just kind of hit into Cloak, and that sent them both around hard into the guardrail in the S's, and that is what brought out the caution. I mean, we'll see if it keeps going like this. If it does, we should see a lot more yellows. I mean, these guys so far, they've been very, very, I mean, just aggressive trying to make moves, and it's brought out a lot of chaos and a bunch of spins, so we'll see how it continues.
Look at the 12 car right about here. I mean, that was a big gamble that he took from staying out. Unfortunately, he is likely going to have to pit, so probably he'll have to start dead last, but tons of other drivers are pitting this time, so I mean, let's see how that is going to turn out from here on out. I don't know if Zol wants to be a pit reporter at the moment. Zol, do you want to be a pit reporter?
No, Zol's deafened, so I don't think Sam got added yet. So.
Here comes the field back on a pit road here. Oh no! Oh my god! That's a big check up there on a pit road with bad content and those cars that came in. But Dylan, take it away. What do you got?
Yeah, BCH hit the thing, and that stacked them all up.
Skill issue.
2 cars in the barrier. I mean, that's not what you want to see. The 72 also got into it, so that spreads out the field a lot. And it looks like everyone's going to be easily able to make their stalls this time. Shouldn't see anyone missing them. A lot of people stayed out that time. I think, yeah, Kevin came in. He knew he had to eventually get the fuel that he didn't take on the first one. But, yeah, everyone comes in cleanly, and, yeah, everyone's going to make it out cleanly. So cars that stayed out are going to keep the track position, but the guys who just came in are going to have the fuel advantage, so we'll see how that works out.
Right now, the race leader will be SJ. He will be the control car for this restart. It's going to be interesting on how this is going to turn out. You know, we were anticipating when the restart wrecks were going to happen, especially in the S's. I mean, we noticed it in CCS earlier this year, back in May. Even with a longer configuration, I mean, there's still so much confine that can possibly happen on this racetrack, especially with the S's, because those tire barriers are located in a terrible spot that allows for drivers to, you know, collide into them. So that just makes the S's so much more tighter. But I mean, Dylan, you know, what's possibly going to be the big key scenario here, especially on these restarts coming up?
Yeah, you're just going to have to make it out cleanly is the main thing. I mean, if you're able to keep the car in the right direction and at least survive that lap 1 chaos, you should be having a fine race after that. But if you get involved in those wrecks, that's going to kill your chance of any win unless a caution comes out, which you've seen 2 so far. But still, you want to try to keep the car straight, get a good restart, try to gain as many spots as you can without wrecking yourself and possibly others. But yeah, main thing they're going to have to keep is just keeping the car in the right direction. That's what we have to see. And that's what you're going to have to do to have a good restart and possibly a good race.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think The only thing about content they'll be taking note about on this stream is that the TV cams are absolutely gonna suck for him. He's gonna have to switch between TV1 and TV2 like every single lap, like in between. Yeah, I don't know honestly. I do not know how TV cams are made, but I mean, let's see.
Yeah, I'm glad I get to use the chase cam to commentate and not stream.
Yeah. To the ORC restarts though. Let's see if the 81's gonna have a late launch on the start compared to the other leaders. That was Kevin and BCH, and he's gonna do the same as well. We're backing away here in Circuit of America's white flag in the air for stage number 1, and it's the 81 out to the jump as they fan out right behind him.
Yeah, SJ got a good jump there.
Oh.
Everyone behind, they're battling. They're 4 wide for dead last right now. BCH hard to the guardrail. Those were the guys that pitted. But SJ out front, he's gotten himself a good gap over, it looks like Brian Jr., but everyone else fanning out for position. They're wrecking behind.
Oh!
So 72, it looks like, is around in the back. But still, we're on the white flag, so we shouldn't see any cautions, as the officials have said. But Brian Jr. is catching up to SJ as we exit out of the short layout.
Out of 6 speed, there's contact made up into the grass goes the 81. Here comes Brian Jr. near the rear bumper 81, and he peeks down to the inside. 53 back on the point. The 81 hits the guardrail.
Yeah, they're all battling for positions behind, but Brian Jr. has took the lead back after losing it on the restart last time by. But SJ, he's now battling for P2 as there's cars slow in the back, drifting pro. He got in the sand right there, but Brian Jr. is able to pull away as everyone's battling for P2 behind. SJ in the guardrail, Salt and Pepper in the guardrail. Is now they're battling for P2, but it looks like Brian Jr. should be able to take it back to the stage.
Jacko trying to make a move around the outside of the 81, but that's not back out as they enter turn number 18. Contact made. Here comes Salt and Pepper around the outside of the 81. He's going to overshoot turn number 19. Up the track you go. Jacko going to get up for the 81. Up the track goes SJ. And they're going to be side by side for a second as they come down the front straightaway. 3 wide just for a moment. SJ going to hit the outside wall. Coming around goes Cloak. Spinning out of turn number 20. But back to the start finish line. Brian Jr. going to win stage number 1. The battle for second heats up. And it's going to be Jacko to win it, with SJ coming in third. But they continue to keep it green as SJ going to be nose to tail with the 87 coming in at 2.
Yeah, you saw there, Brian Jr. is able to capitalize on SJ's mistake. Coming out of that short layout section, he has got a better run, got to the inside of the left-hander, and took the lead. And they all were battling behind him. Cloak went around off the final corner, right behind SJ. But now SJ's heading out for Jackal. So he peeks to the inside. He makes a move off the barrier, and the caution is out.
Caution back out here at Circuit of the Americas. We anticipated when the caution was going to come out. SJ with issues right now down this straightaway. What is this TV cam? Hold on. If the viewers could see this, you could only see RVs. I think that might have been explained. If you guys are like gonna say like we missed a spin, don't blame me, blame Walla. Jesus, that just happened.
Which TV cam is it?
I think it's TV2. Yeah, TV2. That ain't good.
Yeah.
Yeah. This might be the only reason why bad cops are gonna watch this stream. Oh my god. But yeah, that was honestly an insane restart. Brian Jr. actually gonna be your race leader unless SJ catches up, but the field ready to come down on the pit road here. This time by it's been a chaotic race. So far we've seen so much carnage, so much chaos. And right now we're ready to see another insane race. It's a field now on a pit road. This time by Dylan. Take it away.
Yeah, SJ leads. I mean, not SJ. Brian Jr. leads in the pit road. SJ fell way back even after that caution came out. I'm not sure what happened to him. But yeah, SJ in the pit road. It looks like everyone came down with him. Kevin's way back there, but he still came down, chose to take the fuel and not gain any positions. But Brian Jr., it looks like he should be able to make it safely in assault. Everyone behind him has. It's going to be BCH. He's taking the first alt, and Cloak is already out. I'm not sure. Yeah, Cloak didn't take gas, so Cloak is going to be the race winner off of pit road. They're side by side, bound for that spot. BCH loses out to Brian Jr. BCH P2 off of pits, and they were side by side for P3, but I'm not sure who got it. It looks like it was either the 15 or SJ, but still, everyone cleanly on pit road, cleanly off, so we'll have to see what Cloak does with less fuel than everyone behind him.
You gotta explain to me if that's actually legal. I mean, I have no idea if that's honestly legal. I mean, let's. I don't even know how to describe that. But you know, there's so much random stuff that could happen in a lower division. Take a look at the burn monitor right now on Cloak. That's a decent amount of fuel right now. I think he probably took 25%. I have no idea honestly. So, I mean, let's see right now. You know, it'll be interesting to see, you know, if the 35 took a good risk and pretty much, you know, if that risk gonna pretty much pay off for the 35. I mean, Dylan, you know, what do you think? It's tough for me to say.
My bad, obviously. Yes, you're gonna have to continue to take it. I went into the WC. I told Mr. Dad Sam, so I think Sam will be able to join and be our pit reporter. But I mean, I'm not sure what you said, but my thoughts are right now is, just you have to be consistent. We've seen it every time. If you make a mistake, everyone's gonna pounce on you. I'm not sure what Cloak's gonna do. It said, look, you know what you have to do from the officials, because Cloak did not take fuel down pit road. So we'll have to see. But Brian Jr., who started right behind BCH, and BCH is right behind him now, looks like one of those will be the guys taking the lead off of the first corner. So we'll have to see what happens on this restart.
Yeah, let's see. You know, when I was asking, you know, do you think the 35 took a good risk of staying
I'm not
out?
sure.
Alright, we're ready to come back to the green flag. The speed monitor will be shown on the 35 once again. It will only be changed unless he wrecks out, which was something I did forget to do when SJ took the lead. But here we go to the ORC restart zone. When will the 35 go? I'm assuming he's going to take a late launch like all the leaders did. And now the field gets stacked up really badly. But we're back to the green flag. A bad content on the inside of 53. Going to be side by side with Brian Jr.'s Air 1.
Yeah, the 53 going, the 35 going real
whoa,
late. To the inside. And oh my goodness, he almost went around. There's 3 wide for the lead now. BCH was almost around in turn 1, but he managed to keep it going.
Oh my god!
Oh, the 35 goes way wide. He's off in the grass. He's spinning.
Hang on to it. Oh no. Oh, that's a big hit. Multiple cars around. There goes SJ. Langdon also around through the S's. JK spinning backwards. Out of control and collides into the 67 of WAD. Brian Jr. now your race leaders. They enter out of 6B and coming towards 12 with Salt and Pepper trailing right behind him and bad content in third.
Yeah, the officials decided it was all separate incidents for all those cars going around, even though there's 4 cars around at the same time. But yeah, BCH and Brian Jr. were able to benefit off that restart. Cloak just made a mistake off the first corner, wrecked his car immediately. So he definitely did not benefit from taking no fuel. So the risk was not worth it. To answer your question, IBCS, but it was for for Brian Jr. and BCH, who are now P1 and 2.
Yeah, well, I mean, big risk for Cloak, just didn't get the result he wanted. As further back is Salt and Pepper battling with the number 87 of Jackal. That is for third place. Entering turn number 19. The 87 gonna drive it in deep. Closing near the rear bumper of 15. Will he get the bumper? He peeks down to the inside. 8 to 20. The 15 gonna slide into the track. And it's Jackal to have the edge and get clear third as they enter on the front straightaway.
Yeah, Jackal made the move, ran the 15 a little bit wide, but he got the position from it. As right now, for this lead battle, they are separated by only half a second. BCH is still right on Brian Jr. back over, and he wrecked it! He wrecked it! As I was saying, they were neck and neck. BCH goes around in turn 1, a huge mistake. It cost him all these spots that he gained off of the pit strat. And what he was trying to gain back after wrecking earlier, BCH goes around in turn 1 and kills the rest of his race unless we see a caution.
He's pretty much lost 3 positions at the moment through the S&C go near the tire barriers pretty much. He is determined, but he's being hunted down by the 74. Dives it in, contact made as they enter into 6A, coming down the straightaway towards 6B. BCH still trailing in 5th place. But at the moment, I mean, not much is going on. As WAD gonna overdrive it just a bit into turn number 12. BCH near the rear bumper of 67. It'll be nose to tail as they enter 13.
Yeah, and BCH again gets tagged by Drifting Pro in the 74. He went for a slide there. I honestly thought that wreck in turn 1 would have made him lose a lot more time, but he was able to gather it back and keep it back going. He only lost a couple of spots, so he's still in the battle. If he can lock in and get a good bit of couple of laps as we continue to move on through this race. We're almost halfway done with it. In that blink of an eye, the race is almost halfway done. But still, Brian Jr. leads as he did on lap number 1.
So there on the right side of the screen, it was Clokey spun out. And I believe turn number 16, so very interesting in that. But up front though, it's Brian Jr. being hunted down by the 87 of Jackal as they'll go at it in a turbo 1. Knows the tail for release lead. Here comes the 87. Surge to the inside, hits the bumps, and they'll be dead even as they hit the turbo.
Yeah, the 87 peaked to the inside there. Brian Jr. was able to have a good defensive drive and got the run off the corner exit. But still, the 87 is right on him into the S's. Can the 87 find a move out of him? Brian Jr. had a good set of corners right there. The 15 went off. He had to take a shortcut there. He loses a bit of time. But Brian Jr. is still just driving, making no mistakes. Didn't let the 87 get a chance to make the move, and he still holds the lead as we come into this left-hander.
Towards the left-hander, the 87 gonna dive it in deep. 8-12, but he's not able to get near the rear bumper of the 53 towards 13. Here comes Jackal trying to surge on the inside. Brian Jr. overshoots the corner, and on the 87 surges on the inside and takes back the point as they enter into 14.
Yeah, the 87 found the space. He took the move of Brian Jr. back on the inside. He's trying to make it back to the lead as the 87's able to hold him off on that outside lane. Brian Jr. switches him back. He's looking back to the inside now. They're running each other real wide up the track. This is not what they both want to see, slowing each other down. They are both trying to pull away, but the 87 blows the next corner. He goes way wide. Brian Jr. back to the lead. Out of coming into the final corner now, Brian Jr. has once again taken back the lead as they continue on to battle.
Brian Jr. back on a point after a big battle between him and the 87 Jackal, but Jackal is still trailing right behind. Contact around goes a couple of cars in turn 20. That's the number 81 of SJ. But back to the race lead. Brian Jr. gonna hit the curb into turbo 1. Jackal gonna overshoot the corner. And now coming into turbo 2, it's still Brian Jr. out to the race lead.
Yeah, Brian Jr., he's just been holding steady. I don't think he's made a single mistake. He hasn't wrecked once this race. Everyone else been making mistakes going around, but Brian Jr. has held steady, kept the car in the right way, and that's got him the lead. And what he wants to see is clean air as the 87 still tries to pursue behind him, but he's making mistakes, allowing Brian Jr. to continue to pull away. His BCH is now trying to make a drive back to the field. He's back up to P5, looking on Drifting Pro.
Right now, BCH still trailing right behind the 74. At the moment, huge surge in a turn number 20 to 74. Gonna go up high. That's gonna allow for the 26 to try to close in to the 74 car. Drifting gonna slide up the track, and it's BCH in front of the 74. They head to 15.
Yeah, BCH got the move done there. He's continued to try to drive back through this field. He's finally making the move, making the pass on Drifting Pro in the 74 car. But back to the lead, Brian Jr. is still just holding off Jackal. He's continued to pull away from the car in the number 87. Brian Jr. is just driving perfectly right now, not making mistakes, keeping the nose under him, keeping the back end under him, and now he'll come back to lead lap 15 of this race.
So right now Drifting, gonna try to dive it down in a turn number 20, but he's not able to get near the rear bumper of the 26 so far. As, yeah, I mean, what a race it's been for Brian Jr. at the moment as they enter turn number 1. And now Jackal is close. The guy slides and misses the rear bumper at 53. Gonna make him lose a lot of ground as they enter into turn number 2. And it's Brian Jr. who pulls away at the race lead as they head to the S's.
Oh, Salt Pepper pulled out back
is
there.
pitting this time.
Yeah, Cloak is pitting. Sam, take it away. First, oh no, he hits the sand barriers. Big hit for the 35. And now he's going to lose a lot of ground. They enter on a pit road. But Sam, take it away.
And we see Cloak coming out after staying out last time. Not the best move, and he's lost a bunch of time. I do believe he's going to be close to going to pit down here, a lap down. But he's probably going to take his stall here and take 100% fuel and see what he can do from there. If his stall is the first stall, I don't know.
Yeah, Cloak took the first stall. I don't know if they have select stalls here, but he took it. Because right now, though, BCH and Drifting Pro going at it for P, number 3 on the racetrack. because the 15 of Salt and Pepper, he decided to pull it off. I think he went AFK, but still, Drifting Pro and BCH are now going at for P number 3 on the racetrack. Is Drifting Pro back to the inside of BCH?
Drifting around the outside, but he's not able to get there. Here comes BCH surging on the inside of the number 74, side by side as they come out of 18. Towards turn number 19 to 74. Gonna overshoot the corner. Here comes BCH with a massive run on the inside, but he's not able to get there. And it's still drifting in front of the number 26 as they come down the front straightaway.
Yeah, I think Brian Jr. is going to take the white in the stage here. So I'm not quite sure of that, but that's what I'm seeing in the chat. But Brian Jr. still holds the lead. Is Jackal looked under him right there, but he went wide once again. Every time he gets close, he makes a mistake and goes wide. So Brian Jr. is able to pull away once again with the race lead. VCH has now lost back to Drifting Pro. Drifting Pro able to get P3, and it is the white flag in stage 2. So Brian Jr.'s got to bring it home to try to sweep the stages.
Yeah, but keep in mind, oh, he still has Jackal near chasing him down as they enter out of turn number 6B and towards turn number 12. The 53 still out in front, but the 87 is closing. Huge surge out of 87 into the wall with the 53, and it's Jackal around the outside trying to muster up on a 53. There'll be nose to tail for the lead as they enter out 13.
Yeah, Jackal had a way better corner there, and now he's peeking to the inside of Brian. Brian Jr. for the first time went wide in that corner and allowed Jackal the space to get the move done. And he is now taking the lead on the white flag at stage number 2. But Brian Jr. isn't done. He peeks back under him. Can he get the move made? The 87 trying to hold it strong around the outside. They're both side by side. They come to the final couple of corners.
Jackal back out of a portal. Let's see how it happens. The turn 19, he overshoots the corner. Brian Jr. through on the inside. He'll have the edge as they enter turn 20. The bumper to the 53 into the tire barrier to the 87. And that's going to steal stage number 2 here at Circuit of the Americas. Brian Jr. gonna win the second stage here at Kona. One has finished to this stage. Who's gonna get third? It's gonna be BCH. What a run for the 26. Second goes to Drifting. And the final stage point, who will it go to? It will go to the number 81 of SJ.
Yeah, I saw Brian Jr. He actually backed out after the final corner and lifted again. So instead of, just pulling away with it, it allowed the 87 actually to keep right behind him still. So that battle for the lead is not done yet. If the 87 can find any bit of time through these couple of corners, he can be right back on him. And as I say that, a much better corner for the 87. He is right back on the back bumper of the 53.
Jackal and Brian Jr. knows the tail. The 87 peeks down to the inside. Now goes back to the outside. The bumper's giving it 53. Here comes Jackal with a huge surge into turn 12. And now coming into this corner right out here, turn 13. Jackal back out of point with the 53 up high.
The 12
yeah,
cars
Jackal.
Oh, the 12 is pitting. That's Kevin. Sam, take it away.
Yes, as he was coming in, he actually hit the pit barrels. But he has enough fuel to go maybe 2-3 more laps. It's very questionable to be pitting this early. I don't know if he can make it to the end. I believe he can, but he's very far back. And without a caution, I don't think he's going to be making his time back up any soon.
Looking for that, Sam. Right now, the battle for the race lead heats up between the 87 and the 53. Both of them nose to tail as they enter into turn number 19. Off the track of the 53. So does the number 87. And the 87 peeks down to the inside. Huge surge out of Jackal, but he's going to dive up into the track. And it's Brian Jr. back out of point as they enter on the front straightaway.
Yeah, I honestly think that Brian Jr. probably has a little bit less pace than Jackal. Jackal's always been able to catch up as soon as he pulled away. But Jackal, every time he gets to the front, he just makes a mistake and loses that spot. So we'll have to see how that continues on. He's going to have to try to get more consistent if he wants to hold the lead after taking it. But still, it's Brian Jr. out front. And Drifting Pro is now pulled into this battle. He's only 2.7 seconds back as he was 5 seconds back earlier. So Drifting Pro is also catching them. So they have to be wary of that. This could become a 3-car battle as we continue on into this final stage.
Yeah, 74 car is closing, but the 53 still is out of point as Jackal tries to dive down on the inside, but it's not going to be able to work as Brian Jr. continues to extend his lead through turn 6B. Now entering into turn number 12. The 53 still in front, but the 87 going to break later than the number 53. Up the track goes Brian Jr. And it's Jackal closing in on Brian Jr. as they enter 13.
Yeah, Jackal just keeps putting the pressure on him, but Brian Jr. hasn't made a mistake. And now Jackal has. Jackal completely missed that corner. It's allowed the 74 Drifting Pro to close in on him. There's now a battle for P2. And it looks like Drifting Pro's going to be able to take the spot with the 87 going wide.
Drifting out to second. It's the highest it's been all race long. But he's out by the number 87 of Jackal as they come in at 18. There'll be Nosa tail for second, entering towards turn number 19. The 87 gonna try to dive it in deep. Up into the bumps they go. And it's still drifting. Out to second, the 87 dives into the inside.
Yeah, the 87 back.
Oh no!
Number,
Kevin!
Oh, what the heck?
Oh,
No!
it almost hit the 87. Oh my god!
What's he
Great avoidance
doing?
there. Oh, he's gonna hit the outside wall. Big hit there. And now it's gonna allow for drifting to take away second as they come into turn 1. What a moment.
The 12 was just going backwards on track. Not sure what was happening there. He was just in the middle of the track. Almost absolutely killed the 87 of Jackal. It allowed Drifting Pro to get back by. But, I mean, that is... I have no clue what just happened there. But Drifting Pro... Oh, my God! And he hits the tire barrier. All that time gain is gone in an instant with a single mistake in the S's.
And it falls back to 4th place, passed by Bad Content in the 26. He's lost so much ground as they come out of 6B. But Brian Jr. gonna hit the bump out of turn number 12. That's gonna allow for the 87 Jackal to just close it just a bit as Brian Jr. tries to extend the lead. The overshoots turn 13.
Yeah, you heard Sam. We had another guy come down the pit, so that's another who's taking fuel. We're just waiting to see when these leaders decide to pull it into pit road. Is it is becoming that time. They're going to have to pit once more to make it to the end of this race. We'll have to see the differing strategies. We'll see if they take 50, 25, or even full to try to make it safe and get to the end of this race. But it's still Brian Jr. leading this field in P number 1 with Jackal still trying to chase him down.
Look at the burn bar right about here. Brian Jr., he's barely on fumes, and they'll go around for another lap. Very interesting on that from what the 53 is doing at the moment. But we got a car coming down on a pit road. That's going to be the number 12 of Kevin. We're going to go side by side here. Sam, take it away.
Oh, no.
He actually stays out, but he has a drive-through penalty. So
what is he doing?
Oh my God!
He says no to drive-through penalty. But while you guys were commentating, the 81 came down pit road and actually ran out of fuel on pit road.
Oh!
But with these new setups, you actually get to keep your speed.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so SJ got lucky. He ran out of fuel on pit road. There's another car coming down. It looks like Ryan Lagnus decided to take it into pit road as well.
Yes, as we're coming to green flag pit stops, from what I see, you can make it just enough with about 180, 150 milliliters. SJ, who did that, he ran out of fuel as soon as he came into pit road. So I'd say that's about as far as you can stretch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be close. These leaders are going to have to pull it in soon. With barely any time left in this race, there's only a couple laps left. But they are going to have to pit one more time just because of how the fuel has worked out with the cautions that have came out. And all the times they pitted, they will have to pit once more. And still, though, it's Brian Jr. just commanding this field. He's led almost all the laps this race. The only time he's not led is under when they've wrecked, and some people have taken the lead under those restarts. But it looks like they're going to decide to come down. Now Jackal wrecks behind him.
Oh! And a spin, 40-87.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, almost hit it. Number 26 on Bad Content. But here comes Brian Jr. down on a pit road. Sam, take it away.
Yes, here comes your leader. Now, he could have stayed another lap out, but playing it safe. I don't see him taking 50, but he can. I think the safe play that would take 100, but he comes down pit road. So does BCH, so does Jackal. We have another car coming down pit road. That is going to be Drifting Pro. So your top 4 will come down pit road. As they're all either going to take 50 or 100. Let's see what Brian Jr. takes. He's going to take 100 here, and he's going to get out first, but a huge lead between him and Jackal.
BCH took 25, or he took 50, I think. So BCH takes half fuel. He gains a bit of time on Brian Jr. We'll see if it's enough, if he has enough fuel as well. But Brian Jr. once again takes the lead off of pit road. Jackal lost the spot to BCH on pit road with the mistake he made right out of the final corner when he's about to enter, so he loses time. But we'll have to see. Brian Jr. can for sure make it now, but BCH took less fuel, gained the time. We'll see if he can make it, and he's going to try to catch Brian Jr.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the burn bar right now to see, how much the 67 of WAD has at the moment. And, oh, yeah, he is barely on fumes, 135 milliliters, so he will have to come down on a pit road this time by. The question now becomes, will we be able to make it on pit road? We talk about it, Sam. I mean, Sam, you did mention about it. SJ got lucky, able to maintain his speed on pit road since they hit the pit limiter. So, yeah, I mean, that is big for him as a matter of fact. Here comes WAD, ready to take the car on a pit road. They enter turn number 19. The 67 slow at 77 milliliters. Is it going to be able to make it? And it looks like he will. Sam, take it away.
Yes, he had more room to play with than SJ. But good time to pit here. He can take, he could risk it with 25, but I think the safer play to be 50 here. We'll see how far he jumps out if he does take 50. As here comes Brian Jr., I believe, across the start finish line.
New race leader. It's the 67 of Brian Jr. back out to the point. Where will WAD come out? And it looks like he's going to have to slide right behind the number 26. All bad content, a lot of ground lost for him. But it's Brian Jr. still out to the point. The 26 overshoots the corner.
Yeah, BCH only 5 seconds back. If he has a really good couple of laps, he could possibly catch him. But Brian Jr. has gave himself a big enough lead. Well, I don't know if it's going to be enough as BCH missed that turn 1. He went wide off exit. That's not going to help him, but still, he's not out of the fight just yet. Brian Jr. makes a couple of mistakes. It can reel that 26 right back into it. It looks like back there the 67 and the 87 are going at it. Jackal and the 67 of WAD, who just came off pit road, are looking to see a battle.
Right now, this battle for third place is heating up as they enter in a turn. 12 to 67, a diving in deep contact made, and he gets loose out of corner right side. That's going to allow for Jackal to clear up position, and have to make the 6-7 lose a ton of ground as Bad Contact is still trying to chase down the number 53.
Yeah, 667 made a mistake, went wide in the next corner, so Jackal was able to give some space. Because the 67 is still trying to make moves. He just entered real tight and missing these corners, so that allows the 87 to still pull away. But back out front, Brian Jr., it looks like he might have lost some time to BCH this lap, but still, he still has a big enough lead where he still just, if he can just manage it home safely, he should be able to take the checkered flag after sweeping the whole race.
No overtimes compared to the last time we went here in any division of Carvana. So yeah, very interesting on that. Sam, did you say something or
no? No.
Alright, well. Yeah, the gap has actually closed between Brian Jr. and BCH. Right now, less than 3 seconds, but about over 2.5 seconds at the moment. So Brian Jr., he's a bit scared at the moment, has a bit of concern, if BCH could be able to catch up. But the S's, they're going to play treacherous for him. Will be able to enter out cleanly. Yes, he will, but will Bad Contact be able to enter out cleanly?
Oh!
Someone only overshoots the corner. That is big for the 26. And Brian Jr. continues to extend the race lead as they enter out of turn 6B.
Yeah, I thought BCH was going to be able to close in possibly. I thought Brian Jr. had it locked up, but BCH was really catching him. Gained 2 seconds that last time around. With that mistake in the S's, that might have sealed it up back again. Unless BCH can put up a big charge, he can have a lap and a half to do
Oh no, Brian Jr. locks it up in turn 13, and it's not over for the driver in 26.
Yeah, Brian Jr. made a mistake, so, I mean, BCH, he still has a sliver of hope if he can try to catch him, but that margin is still a pretty big gap. He's going to have to try to close down, and we're coming to 1 lap to go in this race.
We're going to take a look at the speed right about here, how Brian Jr. is breaking, how Brian Jr. is on the throttle to see, if there are any big mistakes that 53 car has had. He has enough fuel to make it to the end. The question now becomes, does the 26 be able to catch up? Oh, big moment there. Back Costa through the grass, but gets the car back safe. Overshoots turn number 20. And that's going to allow for Brian Jr. to keep the race lead. Down the front straightaway to go. It's Brian Jr. to see the white flag here at Kona. 1 lap to go. It all comes down to this.
Yeah, Brian Jr., he's able to pull back away. Back to a 4-second gap. BCH, who was looking to go back-to-back after winning Dover last week, in the Zavs Development Division is looking like his hopes are very slim as he made a mistake that last time through the S's, and they're back into that corner right now. Brian Jr. heading through the S's. He can almost see the checkered flag. Just no mistakes now and bring that car home to get into victory lane.
You guys still remember his 2 victories in this league. First of them being in the Frontier Secondary Series at Daytona. What a victory it was for driver 53. Then we go back a few weeks ago to Atlanta. Another victory, the first in ZDD for Honda. Brian Jr. was able to deliver it. He has to nail physical corners. He gets loose. Here comes that content. Surging near the rear bumper at 53, but the gap is just too big. Brian Jr. has to enter these 2 corners well, but this would be his 3rd victory in this league alone if he can be able to hold off the 26. Down in a turn number 17, off into 18. Brian Jr., what a day he's had. Can he be able to hold off the 26? To 19 for the final time. Bad contact catch up. He overshoots the corner. Brian Jr. up the track. Bad contact do the same as well. Will he enter 20 well? And it looks like he will. Out of turn 20. It's going to be his 3rd Carvana win. And his 2nd this season. Brian Jr. become the first ever driver to win multiple races in ZDD.
Yeah, great drive there from Brian Jr. BCH put all he had on the line there, but it wasn't enough. Got it back down to 2.3 seconds, gain of over a second on that last lap, but it just wasn't enough. Brian Jr. drove a near perfect race, making no mistakes. He just nursed it home on that last lap, and he's going to be a winner in ZDD once again.
What a battle that him and BCH had overall. I mean, really, that was just honestly insane on what we just witnessed. My God. But yeah, that
I
was
think
an
Cloak had
incredible
enough.
victory.
He wrecked and left again.
Oh, Cloak quit, according to Sam.
It's not a good day.
Yeah, poor
So
Cloak.
Wrecked out, but look at Kevin right now going to overshoot the corner. See all the drivers right now trying to finish. I mean, Sam, what did you see?
I saw a lot of wrecking in the back, actually. And then this Kevin guy just did not perform today. It's a rough day for him. Said screw the black flag earlier, almost wrecked the field, but hey, he finished. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Kevin was facing backwards at one point in this race. Almost killed the P2 car, but he managed to bring it home very far back, over a lap down in P11. I guess Cloak beat him even though he left the game, so that's pretty embarrassing, I can't lie.
I genuinely don't even know how that even happened. I mean, I don't know if he was like lagging or not, or just had like no idea, you know, that those drivers were catching up to him. But yeah, I mean, that was big, honestly. That was actually pretty big on what pretty much happened. Yeah, what a victory for driver 53 overall. I mean, great victory for him. The first he makes ZDD history. You guys do remember last week when FSS and CCS took on Michigan. You know, they saw some history with Zesty being the 3rd driver in history to ever win multiple races in a lower division. Brian Jr. right now tied with them. So it's a 4-way tie for whoever has the most wins in a lower division at this moment for them. By Gas Can Water fueling victories every single day. But what a victory for driver 53 overall. A dominant performance, and he was able to play the fuel strat well and get the victory here.
Yeah, Brian Jr. looking to burn it down. Actually, no, he's going to pull in a pit road. Just drive the car to victory lane, I assume. But yeah, great drive from Brian Jr. Made no mistakes pretty much. Just made sure he kept the car in the right direction, and it was definitely enough. Had a great drive from him, and he's going to come home victorious at COTA.
Yeah, well, what a victory for him. You know, great victory for Brian Jr. as a matter of fact. Right now, going to try to, you know, get it here. Get the car back rolling right now. As we're going to head to the driver's VC at the moment to see, you know, how they are doing. And man, what a victory. We're ready to interview the driver of the 53, Brian Jr. Oh, wait, he's way far over there. Sorry about that, folks.
He's going to victory lane.
Let's see.
There is. It's in like
Brian, go to victory lane.
All right,
I wouldn't
well,
know where
Brian
it
Jr.
is.
gonna head to victory lane. I mean, great victory for him.
Just
Third
to your left, to your left,
win
to your
in
left,
this
to
league
left.
alone. And
Just
I
hold
don't,
left.
I don't know what he's doing.
No,
Brian
not
Jr., you don't have to
there.
go on the end of pit road for that. You don't have
Hold
to go to the
left,
end of
hold
pit
left.
road since you're the winner.
I'm lost. I never did
Go
this
back to
cover.
the infield.
Yeah, all right, well, so it take a while, so we might as well like interview you while you head down to victory
Yeah,
lane.
interview
Brian
me.
Jr., man, I mean, you may carve out a history as the 4th driver to win in a lower division, but most importantly, you're the 1st driver in ZDD history to ever win multiple races.
I found it.
What?
I found it.
I'm saying time for 3 rounds.
Yeah, I found it. It's right here. I found it.
Well, I mean,
Shh.
well, I mean, you know, Brian Jr., with you making history in this division, walk me through, you know, how much this win means to you and how it's going to help you in the points.
You know, it's just how last season Jalen was always dominant on road courses, and I think it just inspired me, like, want to be like him. And this race was just chaotic at the start, but somehow, to my way, I didn't expect a full green flag. I thought it was a caution. Jackal did really good too, but then something happened. Like, I don't know what happened before he came to pit. Something cost him there. Cook was very fast as well. Then he made a mistake in pit road, and it cost him his race. And Salt and Pepper, Mavic's driver, one of the associates for Tri-King, he did really well to start. I don't know what happened with him as well. This race is just all crazy, and it's gonna be probably a hell of a season as it goes.
All right, well, thank you, Brian Jr. Congratulations to you, man. I mean, a very historic run. You know how things pretty much turned out for you. As a matter of fact, we got 3 cars on pit road ready for a post-race interview at the moment, so we'll see. We're going to be with Dylan, who will be interviewing the number 26 of Bad Content.
Yeah, you know, I'm here down on the pit lane with this number 26 machine. I'm honestly surprised he finished the race with how bad he is at driving. But, you know, BCH, you're looking to go back-to-back. Of course, since you're not good enough at this thing, league, you couldn't do it. So, I mean, came up short, P number 2. How are you feeling?
You know, for the lag I had today, I'm actually pretty happy. I mean, really, every single time I went into a braking zone, I just completely lagged. Like, and you saw 2 to go where I went like off. I just lagged. I'm sorry about. I forgot who I made contact there with earlier in the race. I had to give back the position there, but yeah, we had some good battles here today. But honestly, it's just lag. If I didn't lag, I would have been fine. I think I would have been all right. I didn't expect it to go green there at the end as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, BCH, very unfortunate for you. And it looks like we're gonna go on to Sam, who's with the number 12 with Kevin.
Oh, and Sam, sorry, Kevin just despawned. So, yeah, I guess he doesn't want to interview. Yeah, we'll just switch it over to Sam, who'll be interviewing the number 81 of SJ.
Sam, are you mudded, bro?
Oh, junk, I'm mudded. What's up, guys? So, SJ, I watched you a lot of this race, and one of the main parts I saw is you run out of gas on pit road. But let me hear your thoughts about the race and how you think you could have done better, because I don't think you finished too great.
You know, P6 just wasn't really that. I'm not really that happy with it. You know, just wasn't really the race we hoped for here at Circuit of the Americas. But we got bigger fish to fry. We're beating the Packers. That is a great day. But overall, happy with number 81 Enterprise Toyota MS machine. Good day.
That's good to hear. I think Kevin wants to interview.
Yeah.
Alright, well, Kevin just respawned, so yeah, I'll interview him. I mean, Kevin, not a great day for you. Had to deal with a pass-through penalty. Almost pretty much killed second, which I found actually pretty funny, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, I mean, walk me through this very chaotic race of yours. P10 today. Stage 1 was mid. Stage 2, I started falling on God.
Go. Who that was you?
Yo, what?
That was a good race. Congratulations on Brian on his second win. Hope to get a good race at Pocono. Alright, well, thank you, Kevin, for that interview. Right now where's Jackal? Said he wanted an interview. He's not here, so we'll have to end the Prix show, right now. Well, that's gonna round out our, coverage here on the NMSN for ZDD. Thank you all so much for watching. We are in for a very chaotic race, but it'll be interesting to see, how the next race for ZDD goes in less than a week at the Tricky Triangle, the Pocono Raceway, my favorite track of all time, pretty much. That is exactly why I did NASMAR Pocono. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this stream, and I hope that you guys tune in, like over a week later, where, proud to say it, but I will be broadcasting MWRT Racing on this YouTube channel. So yeah, you'll be seeing more streams than ever from now on. But until then, this is IBCS signing off, and we hope to see y'all in the next race.